Hello guys, and welcome to this video where I will show you Hotlap around Hungary, then the setup I use, and finally the race strategy. So let's jump right into the Hotlap. Get the DRS on for the straight, and then coming down to turn 1 you want to brake just after the white line around 80 meters, going down to second or third around the corner. Then remember DRS again. And coming down to turn 2, when you start turning in, you also start braking. Going down to second gear and really try to push the throttle out of the corner so you get the best exit speed. Then full speed around turn 3. Then coming up to a bit tricky one, but try to brake just after you started turning in, going down to 5th or 6th gear. Then again brake after you have started turning in, going down to 3rd, short shifting up to 4th, and then really push the limit on the throttle. Then coming down to the chicane you want to brake when the curves begin, going down to 3rd gear, short shifting up to 4th. And then when you come around here, go on the outside of the curve to get maximum turning meters for turn 8, where you brake just quickly after you started turning in, and then try to go as much to the left before turning in, and just tapping the brakes, staying in 4th gear, and then full throttle around here. Then for turn 11 you just tap the brakes, either staying in 6th gear or going down to 5th and then quickly shift up again. For turn 12, brake just before the curve begins, going down to 2nd or 3rd, hitting the apex, and then full throttle down to turn 13, where you brake as you turn in. Going down to 2nd, cruising a bit, and then up to 3rd, where you try to push the throttle so you quickly can come down to the last corner, where you brake just after the white detection line, cruising in 3rd or 4th gear, and then full throttle getting the DRS on for the last time, and then that was a lap around Hungary, in the time 1:15.904. So a pretty good time for a track that I don't like that much. But something I like is the perfect setup, so let's take a look at that. So for the aerodynamics we used 50 on the front and 42 on the rear. For transmission it was 55 and 50. Geometry was all the way to the right for camber and all the way to the left for the toe. Suspension was 7.2, then 8.2 for anti-roll bar and 5.4 for the ride height. Brakes were 150. And then the front tires were 22.5, while the rears were 23.0. So that was the setup, and then let's jump right into the race strategy. So the strategy for this race is gonna be hards mediums, and you can put around 36.3 laps of fuel. Change the tire pressure to 22.8 on the fronts and 21.3 on the rears. And then off to the race we go. So get some heats into the tires and then hit the purple. We started P10 on the hards while everyone else was on the medium, so our goal was to follow the others in the first stint. We had a decent launch, but this dive into turn 1 was perfect, and then we gained 3 positions and we were up to P7, so a great start for us. After 2 laps we had around 6% tire wear, so we have around 3% wear each lap. And then I just wanted to show you a lap on the hards with high fuel, where you also can see the tire temperatures. So you can see that we're braking a bit early on turn 1, but almost the same as in the Hotlap. And this is how it is almost the whole lap around. So just have in mind braking a bit before than in the Hotlap, and then just keep going. The gears are also the same, so very easy track in the race when you have practiced some time trial. And as you can see, the tire temperatures doesn't get too hot either, so a perfect setup we have for this race, so just enjoy the rest of the lap. And coming across the line we didn't get fastest, but almost improved with the time 1:20.3, so a good lap around here. Otherwise you wanna have a lap time around 1:20.8-ish around on the hards. At the end of lap 19 you have around 50% tire wear, so go into the pits. Coming into the pit lane you wanna brake around 55 meters so you don't exceed the pit limit. Make sure to turn in when it shows 0.5 to hit the purple, getting the mediums on, and then remember coming out of the pits the tires are gonna be cold. So brake a bit before usual until they're up to temperature. Then after a few laps we have around 6% tire wear, so it is also around 3 to 4% each lap on the mediums, where we also got the fastest lap in the time, 119.354. But on a normal lap you want the time to be around 119.9-ish on the mediums. At the end of last lap we got ahead of Verstappen, so we got our win today, boys. But our fuel load was plus 0.7 laps, so use what I said in the beginning of the race. Our tires were around 50%, so that was actually pretty great. And then that was it from me. If you want more of this, please like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next one.